Hello. Good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Wednesday. It is August 6th. It is 9:46 a.m. Eastern time in the US. The market has opened 16 minutes ago and has opened inside previous range. Something that we got to consider when trading. Remember, trading is the act of, is the work. It's not necessarily being buying or selling, but the work. This business is about observing, mostly about observing the market, right? So when I say trading, I actually it actually involves all those actions: observing, watching, waiting, and executing. And it is a succession of action or events that are that interlinked, that are linked one to each other. Right? What happened yesterday, but it's not something that I'm going to leave behind. Okay, something that happened yesterday is not something that I am going to forget that happened. Many times what happened yesterday or the previous day has a lot to do with what is happening today. It doesn't has to be the case, but one action usually has a lot to do with another one. If you have been here yesterday, I hope you remember what we were talking yesterday, what happened with the market. If you check your daily charts, you will see where you may see, or you may remember, or you will see what happened or what will happen above the current prices that we have today, where we have up there above the 63.70, 74, something like that, and below the 63.50. We have two ranges there, and we have a gap. We were talking about the odds that maybe this market building value or trading sideways in this area where the gap was made, right? Because we have a distribution above, we have a range above the gap and another range, significant range below the gap. And it's not unusual to see a market building value or trading back and forth around these gaps, right? Or what once were gaps. Especially when the markets are trying to find balance. And hence we have the title, markets in balance. What I have here, you may not see it really clear in I don't know actually how to fix this, but in here you can see here, this one here is the ES. I have yesterday's session with the profiles still split here. This is the overnight. These are the histograms, right? This is the overnight, which I don't care really that much. I should have only this part, which is the opening, right? I'm going to expand this a little bit so I can see it clearer. Well, this is market started from yesterday, and this is where these links, these interactions are shown, right? Yesterday I kind of like have some kind of support, some kind of back and forth around this area. The market making a stand around this area. What will happen around this area is what I'm watching today, right? From previous days, now I'm going to show what I have below here, right? This is still the ES, but over here I have the overnights as well. I have the overnight sessions here. Wait a minute, what the heck? This is too much. I'm trying to find okay, this is the overlay, but I'll notice what's happening here in this market. Right? This area here is the gap. We have strong liquidation, that is strong downside day. Next day next trading session follows, and we have short covering, filling the gap with the high exactly at the gap, just there, right? And yesterday gave us excess on the upper side, gave us a double distribution and value building lower relative to the previous day. Now today we have a market opening inside previous day range, inside value area, and with the also rotation being actually high here. This is a bid and ask. I wouldn't pay too much attention to this. I rarely see this. I rarely see this thing. And these are blocks. This one over here are blocks, which tell me, when there are trades above certain amount, right? Here, for example, I have at least one trade that was bought or sold 60 contracts at the time, right? 69 here and 84 here. What's the relevance of this? None, right? I won't see this. This has by itself has nothing valuable, but it is when it is observed alone or together with this one and this one and this one, and of course contest the market overall. If you check a monthly time frame trade charts, you will see the market has made a stand. It didn't take, right? It didn't take previous month low. It stopped short, really close to taking the low, which keeps the market, keeps the trend in the upside, to the upside in the bigger time frame. The weekly low has been taken, right? And now it's in the upper side. If you check your weekly charts, you will see the market is back in the range. You will see a 3-week range there, but it is fighting now, trying to take back or get out of that previous range, which is what I have kind of like around, could be this area. You might be confused here because I have too many things here. I guess I can let this one go. I know this is the lower range high and this is the upper range low. The mechanically how the market has been moving around this, I have the gap here, for example, this gap low here, and notice where this overnight high is, right? Have you seen that? It is, and that's why I am keeping this thing, keep this high here. It's right there. But that's not what for me is relevant today. What I rather observe, or what I am paying attention to today, is this distribution here from yesterday. Right? Notice where B high is, right at half back of this period. It gives me an idea who was the dominant force yesterday, right? And what the market does, if the market closes, but I think has good odds of doing it, closing, at least close sometime during the session, the market can close this distribution and still keep building value, right? Either inside here or maybe taking this little distribution, right? if the market keeps building value, keeps moving value lower, right? Notice what happened to value yesterday, right? Yesterday it started higher, then overlapped previous day, then moved lower to overlap, right? Lower to overlap. It's not lower, but it is overlapping its previous day. And it closed. Come on. Okay, it closed. It was here, right? And it closed up here, right? Overlapping. It's kind of like it didn't develop it lower, and that's the reason why I'm keeping, why I have this highlighted, right? With these lows, right? Where these lows, the market kind of like a dries there, right? It doesn't have downside station. These lows together, F, G, K, and M, kind of like Jimmy, doesn't give the market confidence that the low has been set yet. You know, there might be some downside below this. You know, and now if that happens, I want to see if we have an excess. If the market takes this low out, it builds excess below this one here. That can be one situation. We have explained. I have put a comment on Discord about the trade, an opportunity yesterday, and that what came with basically behavior. Watching the behavior, how traders behave, right? Early in the session, very early in the session, we call this an unfinished action, right? This is eight. This is yesterday's high, but it is an unfinished action to me. Let me call it. I forgot to label this as an unfinished action. Okay, unfinished action. Unfinished action here. And all that because look at what we have here: 1,000 contracts, and then boom, dries to 5. Okay. By itself, if I look just at that number, there's nothing there. But as the day develops, I see what's happened here, what happened here. We have an inside bar, you know, downside continuation, breakout to the downside with this inside bar, and then fail. Okay? It fails to have a continuation. When it fails, this high is taken. We have a rotational day here. No? Nothing happens here. Absolutely nothing happens here. There's nothing here until suddenly, right? And let me see if I can maximize this to you so you can see it. Let me do it better so I can have this too here. Right? Out of nowhere, there is something here. Look at this. Right? We got that. This observation, right? As I say, nothing whatsoever happening here. Just a sign that there's unfinished. And then suddenly we have this inside bar here, right? We have this inside bar here. Fails, and we have a rotation here. You know, we have a distribution here, single prints here, and the market probably highlighting or grinding its way out towards this distribution close. That is what I was watching. Okay, this could be potentially where the market is heading to, the distribution close. And suddenly I have this. Okay, it's not the number, right? It's not the single contract being negotiated here. It's not that. But it's this action here, right? We have this one, what happens afterwards, and then the same thing happening again. I have this saying, right? I got this from Jim, and traders usually say this: traders keep doing what works until it doesn't work anymore. Then have, after all what happened during the day, have the same thing, right? Same thing that happened here. And what are the odds that this, okay, that this is being made by the same kind of traders that were dealing when the market, when this happened here? And what happened after this happened? We have a sharp decline here, and that is exactly what happened. It is very hard. It was very hard. Now you have the context of that movement. It is very hard to get into this trade until this point, right? Because this one here, you still have significant upside here. I don't know how much, 56, 58. Let's call it 58 here, and we have here 49. That's 10 points, man. 10 points is a lot, right, to put on the table. So it's a high risk trade. But when the market has this one here, all right, when market has this thing here, then things change, because I don't have this 10 points anymore. I just have this high as a reference, right? This is now, let me erase this thing. I don't have these 10 points here as a stop. I'd rather have this one here. It is 49, let's call it 49, from this high. If the market takes this high out, so this could be potentially the ultimate destination. But now here, how many points I have? 1 point. Okay? So the risk is not that high from here. Trade can be here, here, here. Still is less. It could have been even here, right? Having a trade here, that's 10 points, the same that we have here, kind of late here, right? But at least you know what the market is doing at that time. Can you see? All right. Now, what happened yesterday couldn't be completed yesterday. It doesn't mean sometimes the market is looking at something. Sometimes it's just these things are just so visual, man. Right? It failed to take this high yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised now. I wouldn't be surprised that now. Look at this lack of excess here. Now the market can be targeting this distribution close, this 58 mark here. Yeah. This area is standing. It's not good. We may have an excess here on the lower side. Still an inside there. I'm going to move now this. I'm going to move this now here to see what happens. Right now, for example, I have 2 periods already. I have 2 periods, or we have 2 periods here. I have 2 periods. Value is inside yesterday's value, but I want to see what happens, right? How this develops. Okay? How this develops relative to yesterday. And the upper side, 44, 41. This is a narrow area. This was a relative. It was relevant to yesterday. Okay. For today, okay, I don't have this one anymore. I do have this one. This is holding, right? This is holding. Now, look at what happened. And the one I have here on the left is Nasdaq. Look at what Nasdaq is doing. Yesterday, the ES closed the lower distribution. Nasdaq did not. Nasdaq is doing that today. And probably now both are in sync. Both have closed to the lower distributions from yesterday's profile, and both are targeting the upper one, the last one here. So there might be something here. Do I do something here? No, I'm not doing anything here. I think we may have. I have a bias to the upside, but I still think that we may have some rotation today again, right? Maybe with value this time developing higher. Look at what's happening to value here. Right now, we had this value, and what's happening to value, right? It's extending. is moving a little bit higher, but it's just 2 periods. Okay, just 2 periods. This upper range low, I won't give it too much. Let me move this one lower. Now, another thing is happening as we speak. We have this high here. This can be taken this can be used as a reference today as well. This high here, short and very, this high here. Alright, well, look at what it is and what the market is doing. It's using that as a stop. Could be a pit stop, who knows. We had a very emotional day to the downside yesterday at the opening. Can it be the case now to the upside? Who knows? And if you look your volume and the market overall, we actually had higher volume, around maybe 15 or more than 10% higher than the previous day, which is something really interesting as well. The market making a stand and volume coming. That is interesting here. One of the first things we got to know or try to figure out is what's the tone of the market, what's the tone of the day for the market. What the odds, may favor here. Okay, this could be the potential destination of this upside movement that we are witnessing now. Closing this distribution delivers a message, right? Delivers a message here. What is the message being delivered, right? That the market is not as weak as prices were showing yesterday. Oh, and by the way, I guess I don't know if I already say this. This is Nasdaq from yesterday. This is Nasdaq. This is these are the histograms for Nasdaq. Same thing, the bid and ask. I don't have these contracts. Nasdaq is very thin. As you can see here, for example. Let's open up this one. Right? Look at what is the highest volume here, 426, right? This is, I compare this volume here, 426, with what we have here in the US. We have 4,000 contracts here being dealt. Either both sell, it doesn't say, right? I don't know. There is somebody positioning there, having a position. To the upside, there's people that believe the market is going to keep going higher, there's people that believe the market is going to go lower, And that's the meaning of that amount, 4,500 right there. And check Nasdaq, 458, so 10 times less volume, right? And when volumes are lower, the volatility is also, we have higher volatility increases. Those markets are easy to move. If a market like the US can be manipulated, can be moved, depending on the circumstances, right? The Nasdaq is going to be much easier. All right. The first distribution here, and Nasdaq has been closed. And this is the next one. If the market closes the upper distribution and takes this high out, that's a sign of strength. something that I've noticed is there's, I guess, there's a vast majority of traders, or short-term traders, or day traders, especially retail, that trades Nasdaq over the years. I guess I suspect this is because of the volatility, right? When the market moves fast, or it can make you a quick buck fast, right? But the counterpart of that is, you can move, you can make some points there, some handles there, really fast. But when it goes against the direction, against you, it's going to be fast as well. Right? Sometimes it just doesn't give you time to react. You may have the flash, the headlights effect right there. Notice what's happening here. Now, most of my observations will be based on ES, on ES only. I'll be watching ES. Look at this accumulation volume, the upside. If this market doesn't have upside continuation, there can be a serious liquidation on this one. Maybe potentially aiming to do this one. Notice what happened here. Huh? You have a lot of whites while the market is going higher. Whites is low volume. I'm going to go mute here. I don't have really anything here now. The chopper has been there has been significant chop so far. There's a back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth that's happening. And look at this retracement, for example. How many points is retracing? Is 6-7 points right there. Then the market is re-entering. Look at what's happening here. The market is re-entering this range here. Look at where it's being bought. Right here, this high is being bought. There's some back and forth that's happening here. Is that the same thing? Happening in Nasdaq as well? What? Yeah, it happens to be halfback as well. Look at that. Next thing, the market is going to be by same back and forth around this number, more likely, right? Let's duplicate this number, this line. I'm going to put this halfback right there. Okay, right there. Like that. I'm going to color it yellow because I have yellow here. Should I change this? I'm going to leave it there. No time. Look at that. Some back and forth on that one. Next thing, daily halfback. The daily is this orange thing here. It's also POC right now. I don't need this anymore. I'm still keeping this one open. This one has been taken, so I'm going to close this one too. Okay, this high has been taken. Now the market has not closed this distribution. It's still an inside day. I'll be back. I'll be back in a moment.
The fastest growth periods are often the most miserable. If you want program.
Would you give me a kiss?
Okay, I will. But right after you have to tell me who the hell you are.
Ursula.
Ursula's fiance.
Oh my god, sister. I'm sweating.
Ursula's fiance is really sweet. He's a teacher. He does all this volunteer work. You know, I don't like sweaty guys, but this one I could just mop him up. Oh my god, Phoebe, what? You're getting a crush on your sister's fiance. You are.
Here comes the temper. Hey, beautiful.
Hello, handsome. Oh god. So when did you guys meet?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, that's it?
We have so much in common.
Oh, really?
We're both teachers.
Why are you lying to him? I don't know. He said he did all this stuff, and then I said I did it too, and he got so excited. It was really fun. It's a filthy, disgusting habit, and I want you to quit now.
He's helped so many people quit smoking.
You really better get going.
You have a church group meeting today.
Right.
It was nice meeting you. Ursula said she left her purse. It has all the numbers of the people in her church, and it's all see at the wedding.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to the wedding. I wish you all the luck in the world.
So it's so perfect, and she's been saving herself for me.
Okay, I can't let you do this. She's lying to you.
What?
Yeah, not a prayer chain. Here's the name tag from the restaurant where she works as a waitress. Here's her driver's license. How old did she say she was?
She told me she was 25.
I almost don't want to show you this. I'm a minute younger.
I am so stupid.
You're not stupid. You did it with the wrong person. Let's go!
Better go. Deal.
Yeah. Hurry up! I gotta pray! Whose cell phone is that?
I think it's coming from your bag.
We never get calls! Hello?
It's Eric. I thought you should know I broke up with Ursula.
He did it! He did it! Oh, what did he do? Stop talking.
If you were the sort of person who eats lunch,
It would be kind of weird since you just broke up with my sister.
I'm sorry. Bye.
No, wait, I was just saying that so you think I was a good person. Hi.
So glad you're here.
Yeah, me too. Not in the shaky, angry way that you are, though.
Just seeing her brought it all back. I get so angry just looking at her face.
Yeah. Maybe this is too weird.
Oh, I got it.
No, don't tear out your eyes!
I was just going to take out my lenses.
Oh, I have a massage appointment. See you later.
Absolutely. Welcome back.
Should we pick up from where we left off?
I'm still pretty tired out from this afternoon.
Why?
The sex.
We didn't have sex. Ew.
Oh, no.
Ew. You had sex with Ursula?
A little bit.
You didn't notice she was wearing different clothes?
I was just so excited to see you.
So I guess this is it.
Yeah. You smell just like her.
Yeah, so do you.
¿Estás enojado? ¿Por qué, güey? ¿Por qué te amarran? Dame una mano. Dame una mano. ¿Estás enojado? ¿Te amarran? Ve tu cadena. Ve tu cadena. A ver, pues. ¿Te cansaste de estar amarrado? Déjate suelto. Déjate suelto, mi chiquito hermoso. Ahí está ya. Ya te solté. Ya te solté. ¡Ay! Le cambié la cara, chaca. Chócala, mijo. Chócala, mi chiquito hermoso. Dame una mano. ¿Estás enojado?
was one of the toughest decisions I ever made. Before we start the press conference, I just want to share the information that I decided to leave this club.
Sus hijos de la Juanita son fans del programa. Ya, tú sabes que no se llamaba Juanita, ¿sí o no?
Sí, no se llama Juanita.
La última vez que vine de viaje, estaban mis hijos, mi mujer, así, en la puerta. Yo, pa, abrazo a mi hijo, pa, cargo a mi hija, pa, abrazo a mi mujer. Y la Juanita estaba atrás. Y la Juaneta. Ella no se llama Juanita.
Pero ya lo
¿Tú
asumió.
sabes la vergüenza que sentí? Porque dije, para que escuche ese nombre porque ya vio todo.
Claro.
Sus hijos de la Juanita son fans del programa. Ya, tú sabes que no se llamaba Juanita, ¿sí o no?
Sí, no se llama Juanita.
La última vez que vine de viaje, estaban mis hijos, mi mujer, así, en la puerta. Yo, pa, abrazo a mi hijo, pa, cargo a mi hija, pa, abrazo a mi mujer. Y la Juanita estaba atrás. Y la Juaneta.
Everybody knows that I'm a good girl, officer. Everybody knows that I'm a good girl, officer.
Alright. We are back. I guess I need to open this again. Notice what's happening here, at the lows. How many lows do we have here now? Okay, how many lows do we have here? From yesterday we have 1, 2, 3, 4, F, J, K, and M. And now today, A and B are adding to those lows. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff there. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't mean that it has to be taken, that are going to be taken today. It's just, oh, look at Nasdaq here. Come on, man. Look at this drop Nasdaq has. There's nothing here in this area. What is this? 300, 190? In this area, there's nothing here. Notice how it dries here. Now it dries up here, but it has some, it's overshooting a little bit lower. High volume here, high volume here. This may be a low for this period, for the current period. Don't know. Same thing happening, same phenomenon happening here. You have a lot of volume. Do you remember when we were talking about this high, this accumulation of volume here in the upper side? Now, what can happen if this market didn't have upside extension up here? This inventory here could be liquidated, and that is what happened. That is what happened. Now, is this going to be the beginning of we got an overlapping bar here. I want to see where this bar closes. For example, this is a very short tab. It's going to close inside previous period range, because if it closes below, it's a sign of weakness. The fact that it couldn't close, it just took the low. Now this distribution. Remember what this distribution is. It closes a little bit. It makes it shorter. Notice where it is exactly half back to. It reduces the range. This range was 10 points, now is maybe 7 or 8. See, 6, 7 points now. Look at what's happening to value. Value is still inside previous day. There's a lot of back and forth here. Lots of back and forth, my friends. Thank you, but not thank you, Mike. Mick corrective back. I am a little bit tired. There are no relevant news. We have two first speakers, Lisa Cook, Mary Daly, and Susan Collins speaking today. Tomorrow we have weekly jobless claims. That can be something interesting. For tomorrow. But we have nothing else. We have some payback results at 2 p.m. A 10-year. Oh, that can be something as well. We have 10-year not option, but the treasury bonds. Bonds have been trending higher now, which actually is relieving some of the pressure that the market had to the downside. And this is interesting, right? This is Nasdaq. Look at this. Look at what's happening in Nasdaq. We were talking about this area that has nothing, and now, well, the current period, it is just 1 minute, but it's building. It had the higher volume so far. It's right inside this very thin area. Tremendous back and forth here. Tremendous chop going on. The whipsaw the traders are could have been exposed is the odds that traders have been whipsaw are really high here. Now, if you don't have an understanding or kind of like at least a rough idea about the market dynamics, you have really good odds of being chopped here in this kind of market, right? It requires some experience and conviction to trade these markets. I decided to watch. I feel a little bit tired actually. I'm going to take a nap now. I hope something. I don't care if something happens or something does not happen. What I've learned throughout this time in trading is, if you feel, for example, just let's take an example. You feel tired, all right? What happened to you in whatever work you have? You can be an accountant, you can be a blue collar, white collar. You can work in construction, you can work in teaching. But what happens if you are tired? Right? If you are tired, the odds that you make mistakes increases. right? The odds you make, you screw up with something are high. You can hurt yourself is hard. You can. I work in construction. I learned that the hard way. When I'm tired or I'm distracted, I hurt myself, and that hurts. Physically hurts, right? I can screw my fingers. I can hit my head, hit my body. Bad things happen. I learned the hard way to rest properly. I can rest maybe the previous day, or if I cannot do that because nobody there's times that you just can't. So I had to be extremely careful while I'm working. I had to be extremely careful when I'm working. Same thing happens here as well. And also learned that the hard way, believe it or not. If you are tired, just take a rest. Rest. If you think that walking away from the screen, leaving a trailing desk, is going to cause you to miss an opportunity, then you are anxious. Then you are a danger for yourself. Then it may mean that you still need more learning. You still are not that advanced in your learning process. Just take a rest. The market is going to be here. Market is not going to go anywhere. Opportunities, there are always going to be opportunities. But I'm going to miss this one. Okay, that can be FOMO as well. I'm going to rest. I'm going to have the phone by my side with the charts open. Who didn't do that, right? Oh, I am going to stream. I am going to have a projector in the ceiling. Or I'm going to have the TV on with the charts. No, man, that doesn't allow you to rest. Believe it or not, and that's hurtful. You are just hurting yourself and decreasing the odds of success. Notice what's happening to value. Where it opened, what it was, now what it's doing. This white thing here is value. I'm moving it right now. Alright, now it's inside yesterday. Is this excess? This can be excess, maybe. Now it's coming back. Notice again where it is. Very, very mechanical trade here. We have some type of and let me speak a little bit more. Let me talk a little bit more about what happened here yesterday. Remember we were talking about this opportunity that happened here, right? That was spotted at one moment in time, right? It took the market 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 periods, to spot something there, 10 to 12, something like that, just to spot something there, for the market show an opportunity. But that was right. That opportunity was there for that specific day, and we kind of like have an idea what kind of trades were in the market. Now, for what I can see here, so far, it is a totally different day. We may be seeing different kind of traders, with different kind of participants in this market, or dominating the session. Right? If there were hardly any opportunities yesterday, really difficult market to trade. Today, what I am seeing so far is even harder. It's even more difficult. The risk is higher today. Right? I'm not saying that's how it's going to stay all day long, but that's my assessment, and that the idea of trading is doing that, right? constantly assessing the market. Notice how it dries here. This is Nasdaq, how it dries here as well. Now, is this an entry or is an exit? Right? I don't know. Don't know, don't care. Yeah? Trying to figure that out is going to take you too much time, too much effort, and I may be the odds I am right can be 50% or even less than that. I can use a coin instead. All right. Now, can the market be trained to make another attempt to close that distribution? Can be. All right, guys. Unless there's any question, I'm going to call it a day here. I'm really tired here. I'm going to take a nap. I'll see if I can come back later. Alright? Have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. See you another day.